The broadcast is now starting. All attendees are in listen-only mode.
Good morning, everybody. We'll be starting in just about a minute. Okay, let's get started. Good morning. My name is Joe Ferguson, and I'll be hosting today's webinar. The phones are muted right now, but you can type in questions, and we have a Q&A session at the end. My phone number is 607-744-3365 for anyone that would like to speak after the webinar. Okay, so let's get started. Okay, Pictometry, a new perspective, a new way to do business. Our slogan is know before you go. Pictometry, we have, excuse me, the largest image library in the country with over 130 million images. We have coverage in all 50 states, whether it be personal property, commercial property, a farm, or a vacant field. How do we do it? We own a fleet of 52 planes that fly the country every day, basically mowing the sky, taking high-resolution images. Pictometry will allow you to react and respond to opportunities faster than your competitors, and our images will add value to your applications and proposals with visually dynamic images. We will allow you to drastically reduce quote time and expense. You'll be able to spend more time selling and less time measuring. Each of our planes have 5 cameras mounted on the bottom, pointing north, south, east, west, and top down, and you'll be able to preview, pre-measure, and pre-qualify properties right from your computer. We have every square inch of the state of Massachusetts flown, so you'll be able to take images and measurements on every risk in your schedule of properties and save it in our workspace. Pictometry will help you eliminate overlooking risk on a property from ever happening again. We not only give you the orthogonal or straight down view, but we also give you the oblique angle where you could do a 360 around the property, view and measure all 4 sides of the structure. Now we fly at 2 different altitudes. We fly at 2,500 feet for the neighborhood view and our 6-inch pixel resolution. Then we fly a second time at 5,000 feet for the community view to have commercial capture on just 1 image, and that's our 1-foot pixel resolution. Our 2010 photos are newer. We're now actually down to 4-inch pixel resolution. In comparison, Google Earth is 9-foot pixel resolution. Now you can annotate right on the image with our text tool. Underwriters love being able to see the property and all of its features, so there's a much greater chance for a smooth acceptance and binding process. You'll be able to quickly and accurately measure distance to any risks, hazards, or exposures right from your computer. It's going to save you so much time. Within a couple of minutes, you'll be able to measure the square footage and height of a building, distance for fire separation, distance to fire hydrants, distance to coast. You can calculate insurance to value and replacement costs with confidence. Here's another great thing about Pictometry is you'll be able to gather 70% of the accord form information remotely using Pictometry. That means less time driving, measuring, taking pictures, gives you more time to spend with the potential lucrative properties. And Pictometry gives you the confidence that you're getting the best and most accurate numbers every single time. Okay, so let's just log on to Pictometry. This is our login page here. And if you notice, there's 5 different ways to log into Pictometry. Only the first one here counts towards your minutes and hours. The other 4 do not. The administration page, the coverage map, the training videos, as well as the 1-mile practice area. There's no software to download with Pictometry, so there's no maintenance. We give you a website to go to, a username and a password, and you'll be good to go. All the information is held on our servers, so we're not going to be taking up any space on your hard drive, slowing up your computer or anything like that. This big building here, this is the Eastman Kodak Mansion, which is based in Rochester, New York. And the reason why we have it on our homepage is Pictometry was founded by 5 engineers from Eastman Kodak almost 16 years ago. And just as a tribute to them, we have it on our homepage. If you notice down here on the bottom right, it says April 3rd, 2010. That's the date that these photos were taken. We generally fly in the spring and fall for the clearest images with the least amount of leaves on the trees. Up here are where the compass is and the navigational wheel. It's going to list the present and the archived photographs. So we have photos from 2010, 09, 06, 03, and 01. And say for some reason the plane didn't get the perfect angle one year, you could just go back to a prior year and get exactly what you're looking for. Just going to show you the tools right up here. Very easy to use. It's going to be pretty much all left click of the mouse. Once in a while it's going to be the Alt key on the keyboard, the Control key on the keyboard, or V as in Victor. That's about the extent of all the buttons you'll be using. This first one here on the top left-hand side where the hand is, that is the Pan tool, and that allows you to move the image manually on your computer back and forth. Next we have the Image tool, and the Image tool is going to basically be a centering tool. Whatever structure you want to measure, you just put the crosshair on it, and it will keep it on the middle of the screen, so when you go to do the 360, the picture doesn't slide. Next we have the Distance tool, and the Distance tool is going to allow you to measure straight lines and perimeters. Say we wanted to measure distance of the parking lot. You just click on the Distance tool, and it's just going to be left click and drag and release. Gives us the distance of 494.2 feet. Next is the Height tool. That's going to allow you to measure the ground up of any building, tree, or obstruction that may be in the way. Say I wanted to measure the height of this tree down here. I would just zoom in over here on this button here, or you could use your mouse wheel to zoom in as well. Just click on the H for the Height tool. If you see on the crosshair, there's an H there, which means my Height tool is activated. And it just left click and drag. Really easy. Tells me the height of that tree is 111.81 feet. Next, we have the Area tool, and the Area tool is going to allow you to measure the square footage of a structure, and we're going to measure this in a minute or two. Elevation tool not only gives you the elevation above sea level, it also gives you the change in elevation of the ground. Now, to get the view from the west, I wanted to show you a good example. I click over here at this 9 o'clock icon, and it's going to give me the view from the west. And to get the top-down orthogonal view, you could just click at this 12 o'clock icon here. So I'm just going to pan this over a little bit. And if I click on my elevation tool, do left-click of the mouse, and then press on the Control key, it's going to give me the grading of the parking lot. It tells me the ground goes down 3.05 feet over a distance of 229 for a grading of a negative 1.3%. Next, we have the Location tool, and the Location tool is just going to give you the coordinates. Whatever spot on the screen you click, it's going to give you the lat long, and that's nice if there was a certain risk or hazard that needed to be checked out in person. You could just give your staff the coordinates. They had a portable GPS. They would know exactly where to go. That's our Bearing tool. You wouldn't need it. That's for our solar customers. Just gives you the true north. The Pitch tool, really easy to use our Pitch tool. Just going to zoom in a little bit. No, you don't need it that often, but sometimes you will. Just click on the Pitch tool. And all you do is you just go from the ground to the eave, left click, drag, release, ground to peak. And then if I click up here on the peak, this box appears. I just drag that along the ridge line, and I go halfway, 3/4, all the way across. Get a 7/12 pitch down here below my 6 o'clock icon every single time. Next is the Extract tool, and the Extract tool is going to allow you to crop out whatever you want out of the image. Really easy, just click on the Extract tool, draw a rectangle around the part that you want an image of. It's going to be a JPEG file. You could print it, save it, email it, write on it. And to get a full screen photo, you just use this button right here, which is our Export button. And I'm just going to open it for illustration purposes. But nice thing about this as well is in the JPEG file, You could even zoom in and out of the image if you want to get a little bit more detail. Have a magnifying glass, you want to get a little bit more detail on the condition of the roof. There's a real nice one that we just came out with. It's called our query tool. And the query tool is basically our parcel data information, where we're going to have 80 million properties nationwide, where when you click on it, it's going to give you the owner name, the street address, and the parcel dimensions. Then we have another 50 million like this one, where it gives you the street address and the parcel dimensions without the owner name. Some of the counties will not provide us with the owner name. But I'll tell you, it's a phenomenal marketing tool. What a lot of our customers do is a half-mile square radius of their office. They're using our high-resolution images to take photos, then using our parcel tool to get the prospect's name and address, and doing direct mail pieces, either a postcard or a magnet with a high-resolution image of their business or home. And instead of that going in the garbage can like most direct mail pieces do, that's going on their refrigerator with your company name and phone number on it potentially. So it's a phenomenal marketing tool. Really getting a lot of success with that. And that's pretty much it on the tools. We have a marker tool if you want to mark something up with a flag, some risk or hazard. We have a text tool. That's how you put text on the image. And that's pretty much it on the tools. So just going to go over to my eraser here to get rid of the parcel boundaries. I'm going to go back to my image tool up here and put that right back on the roof. And I'm going to take the square footage of that structure. So first thing is you go to the image tool to center it. Step 2 is you click down here at the 6 o'clock icon to get the top-down view, or otherwise known as the orthogonal. Probably about 90% of your measurements will be taken in the top-down view. If you notice down here on the bottom right, it says 75% scale. We go from 25% scale all the way up to 1,000% scale. Anything over 500 is pretty much overkill unless you had a huge monitor. And I could be as detailed as I'd like. However, the government did put some restrictions on us just so we couldn't look into windows, read license plates, recognize faces. So it does start to self-pixelate once you get to a certain level, but you can see everything that you need to. And I have 20 photos just from this one image. So if I didn't like this one, I could just go to my drop-down box, pick one of the other ones. So I'm just going to go over to my area tool here. And I'm going to start in the corner, and it's going to be left-click and drag. And when I come to the corner or point that I want to turn while I'm still holding down the left side of the mouse, with my other hand I tap V as in Victor on the keyboard, and that just allows me to make a turn or make a pivot. Just tapping the V each time. Gives me square footage of 4771.72. And if I wanted that annotation to stay on the screen, I would just click up here on the top right-hand side where it says permanent annotation. I would just click on that, and it puts it right on the screen for me. If I didn't like where that text appeared, I could just click on the text. Circle's going to appear, and I could just drag that circle to wherever I want that text to appear. Now, this is your workspace up here where you could start and stop work all the time. Literally have your whole schedule of properties in there. Go back to it next year. You'll have all the measurements and images there for you. So it could save you a huge amount of time. If I didn't like the changing color on the roof, you could change all the colors and line width and everything like that. But I could just uncheck this area result and then go to my text tool and type in 4771.72, just another way of doing it as well. I just wanted to show you how accurate we are because I know how important it is in the insurance industry to have accurate measurements. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to take you over to Giants Stadium, measure from one end zone over to the other end zone. Obviously, it's a 100-yard, 300-foot distance. It's got to go football season, so I'm going to my drop-down box here. And I'm just going to scroll over here. I'm just going to pan this over a little bit. Looks like I'm going to have to go down one more. My screen's usually a little bit bigger, but with the go-to meeting, it shrinks it a little bit. Just going over to my distance tool. Just left-click and drag. We got 299.48 feet. I'm usually a little closer than that, to tell you the truth. Try that again. We got 300.1 feet. So as you can see, it's dead on accurate. I've never had a customer ever question the accuracy of our measurement tools. They are dead on. Just going to take you over to a large commercial building in Rochester, New York. This is the first federal building. I just wanted to show you how quickly and easily we can measure, 250,000 plus square foot commercial building. Just going to zoom this in one more. Just going to go right over to my area tool here, and just going to go start in the corner, left click, and just tapping on the V key each time I want to make a turn or a pivot. This is extremely easy to use. It takes about an hour to pick it up. Okay, so we have square footage of 15,973.07. And then step 2 in the process is we have to see how many stories there are. So to get the side view, I can click either at the 12, 3, or 9 o'clock icons, or even at these arrows here. We'll give you the oblique angle. And I'm just going to pan this down just a little bit, just so we can see the roof a little, the number of stories better. And that walking man there, I just click on that. That's going to give us the larger image. And if you notice here, we have 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 2 on top, 17 stories. We have square footage of 271,542 feet measured in less than a minute, and dead on accurate. Want to measure the height of the building? Just go over to the height tool. Go from the ground up. Tells me the height of that building is 224.36 feet. My line is the yellow line. The red line is the automatic plumb line, which automatically straightens my line out for me, so I get an even more accurate measurement. This is a great example. A large commercial building like this, a lot of times the sides of the building look exactly the same, but they're not. Let's measure the sides. Go to the distance tool, left click and drag. We got 132.47 feet. You would think this one would be about 132, 133 also, but it's not. It's only about 115 or so. We got 115.69 feet. Another thing about our elevation tool that I want to show you is this is in Rochester as well, High Falls, and this is a great example of how you could use our elevation tool. Just clicking on the elevation tool. And we could even measure the change in elevation doing left click of the mouse, control key down to the water. Tells me that goes down 72 feet over a distance of 136 for a grading of negative 53%. And I could even do it right from the structure down to the water as well. Tells me that goes down 62 feet over a distance of 43 for a grading of negative 144%. If you wanted to get street labels on this area, you would just click up here on the top right-hand side. It's the street labels, and just click on that. Gives me all the street labels. If I wanted to get contour lines, this is another nice new thing we just came out with. These contour lines, just closing my workspace there, is this button right here. Actually, let me reset that. Click on the contour lines, and we'll give you the change in elevation of the whole area just by one click. And to get rid of it, you just click on it again. And I'm just going to open my workspace. Just had one last thing to show you. And with the MAIA members on today, we have some very good discounts. And with having every square inch of the whole state of Massachusetts covered, and we also have the whole state of Connecticut as well. This is something that you're going to be saving a lot of time with your submissions and your accord forms, and just really allows you to look that much more professional, cutting edge on making a presentation, and it's really going to allow you to make a fantastic first impression. And as everyone knows, first impressions are everything. And if you're at a trade show or something like that, having pictometry in our high-resolution images definitely going to allow you to make some more sales. Just going to go over to my workspace and open it up again. And we have we've been out to the public only just under 3 years, even though we've been in business close to 16. The first 13 was exclusively with the government. But in the 2.5, 3 years we've been out to the public, we have already done 9 upgrades to the system. So we are constantly listening to customer feedback and making it better and better. We just came out with some flood reports as well, where you're going to be able to click on a property, find out if it's partially or wholly in a flood zone, as well as getting the 100 and 500-year flood data information. And we have the only flood reports in the country in the oblique angle. This is a neat new tool we just came out with right here. This is our dual pane mode, where when I click on that, it's going to give me a split screen. So I can have a before and after damage on the screen at the same time. So I could have the owner, agent, broker, underwriter, everyone looking at the same risk at the same time, before and after, and no one has to drive there. Just go into the top-down view over on the left-hand side. I'm going to pan this down so we're at the same zoom level, and then I just go over to my archived photographs. We have 35 images just from that one angle. I go to a 2006. And really going to save you so much time. And basically, we have the way we sell this is we sell this 2 different ways. Now, the first way that we sell it is we sell pictometry in blocks of hours, and then we also have an unlimited package for the year. Now, with the blocks of hours, we sell it where we have a block of 50 hours, and the cost is $1,100. With your MAIA membership, we can offer you some substantial discounts on that as well. Now, each hour is broken down into 6 10-minute segments. So if for some reason you're called into a meeting, the phone rings, you forget to log out, it will automatically log you out when there's no activity on the keyboard or on the mouse. Now, the other way we sell it, and then just so you know, the hourly package comes with unlimited number of users, our match point address finder, which has close to a 92% hit rate, and it used to be a $1,000 add-on feature, our match point address finder. We just started throwing it in for free a couple of months ago. And say it's 8% of the time match point can't find it, you could just click on every property on the street and find the address that way. So you also get the contour lines, the parcel data information, the free training, the live support, the 1 mile practice area, everything soup to nuts. And the other way we sell this is we sell it an unlimited seat. Now, the cost of the unlimited seat is normally $1,990, but for MAIA members, we can take 10% off of that, which brings it down to $1,791. The only reason why we can't give you a bigger discount than that is customer's been our biggest and best customer the last 15.5 years, and in the contract with them says we will never offer it out to the public cheaper than what the government pays us. With the unlimited seat, you get 5 users, 5 logins, only 1 person can be on it at a time. You also get the match point address finder included free, nationwide service, the parcel data, the contour lines, the free training, and the free live support. And you could be on it 24/7 using this for marketing, and obviously using this for your submissions and your accord forms. Now, we also have an additional special going on right now for MAIA members that anyone that orders between now and March 4th, we will throw in 10 free flood reports. And this is something where you can at least test it out, and if you did want to order flood reports down the road after getting your first 10 for free, the additional cost of that would be $250 for the year to order 50 flood reports. Now, it looks like we have a couple of questions. So looks like someone has a question regarding the training and how difficult is this system to learn. Or basically, it's Very easy. It's a piece of cake. It's all online. Once again, so there's no software. It does run best on Internet Explorer 8.0 or Mozilla Firefox. And we have training classes every single Friday at 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So you and your whole staff could literally go on those training classes 52 weeks in a row. Does not count towards your time or your block of hours. We have a help section right up here. Just going to click on that. And we send you out how-to guides. We also have the 1 mile practice area where we recommend customers, if you had 20 people using it, this way you're not going to be blowing through 20 hours just getting everyone good on the system. Just attend a training class, go over to the practice area and practice for about a half an hour. You'd be picking it up in no time. But just clicking on the measuring tools and using measuring tools would be for area mostly with insurance companies. And here you have step-by-step instructions on totally how to use it. And we also have training videos as well with step-by-step instructions just by watching a 2-minute video on every single tool that we have on the system. Someone wanted to know what happens if they purchase the hourly package and a couple of weeks in they love the system and wish they bought the unlimited package. That happens quite often. A lot of companies would prefer to start with the hourly package, because with the hourly package, the one advantage is you could literally have 50, 60 different users and 50, 60 people on the system at the same time. So if you would like to start with the hourly, I would probably suggest that would be the way to go. And in the first 30 days, if you decided that this is something where you wanted the unlimited package, you could definitely upgrade from the hourly to the unlimited seat within the first 30 days, and you would basically just pay the difference between the two packages. And obviously the advantage to the unlimited is you have it all day, all week, all month, all year long. You do only get 5 users and only 1 person can be on at a time. My customers have no problem with that. They just basically designate times, and you always have the ability to bump someone else off if you wanted to. And so that's basically it. My phone number, once again, it's Joe Ferguson with Pictometry. If anyone had any additional questions or about pricing or anything like that, please give me a call. It's Joe Ferguson. My direct line is 607-744-3365. This is something where going to make your work a lot smarter, and it's something that's going to definitely help with your marketing and growing your business. Well, thank you, everyone, for attending today's webinar. And if you had any questions, please give me a call. Have a great day. Take care. Bye-bye.